I'm reviewing The Star Side of Bird Hill by Naomi Jackson. The story revolves around Phaedra and Dion, two sisters who are from Brooklyn and live with their mother, Avril, there. Avril struggles with some money issues and depression, so decides to send the two girls off to Barbados to live with her mother, Hyacinth. This gives the girls a kind of unique take on life at their current age. They get to see kind of the characters from their mom's life and reconnect with their grandmother and kind of see some of the culture of the country where they have roots. And Dion hates it because she's the more typical New Yorker. She doesn't want to leave her friends and her boyfriend behind. She really likes her life in New York. But Phaedra is more open to the experience. She relates more to Barbados throughout the story. She never really considered Brooklyn to be her home, so she kind of takes on a lot of the life lessons that are presented in this story, um, and compared to her sister, incorporates them into herself much more. It's a story kind of about discovering what real life is, sort of in a coming of age way. Characters face difficult situations that force them to grow and develop, and it's most about how they react to these situations, not only just the situations themselves. It's more about discovery than maturing, so I guess coming of age isn't quite right. The girls learn that life isn't all sunshine and roses. You can't always do what you want, and life won't always play out as you want it to. You just kind of have to take it as it gets. And they go through a whole variety of challenges that show us. I mean, they have to leave their mother in the first place. Phaedra gets bullied by some of the others for her American accent, but she kind of grows from that experience. Dion doesn't get along with her grandmother. She hates her and comes to kind of resent her mother for it a bit. And their mother dies, which is, of course, an enormous test. And this book looks to emphasize that the best way out is to go through these experiences and measure how you react. While we don't get to dictate what happens, we do get to dictate how we react to it. And what kind of helps the girls learn how to act is their grandmother. And she acts as a bit of a guiding force in the novel. I think the book really looks to emphasize the importance of family. Because Phaedra and Dion have two very different experiences, but they also act very differently. Phaedra seems more interested in connecting with her grandmother and learning about the life that her mother had, while Dion just seems upset and fights back a lot. Um, she doesn't really want the help and support of Hyacinth, who has their best interests in mind. And through all the trouble that the girls face, one consistent theme is that Hyacinth is always there for them. And it kind of shows the value of family. She tries to instill that value in Dion, saying that her sister and Hyacinth are the only things that she really actually has. Um, and the book looks to emphasize the fact that family is there to help you, and you should never undervalue your family unit. Also, the book has something to say about judgment. Obviously, the culture of Barbados is completely different from that of New York or the US, so it gives the reader kind of a new kind of look into the influences on the child. And that comes a lot in the form of how they see judgment handed out. And they see a lot of variances. Like Hyacinth, she's extremely modest and she likes to help people, but she doesn't like to get into their business. She doesn't make it her problem. One time, Phaedra comes to her with an issue about she has a secret and she's concerned about how that is going to affect someone else that she cares about. And Hyacinth simply says, we're not here to judge their secrets or make that part of our lives. We're just here to help people however we can. And we also get to see how homosexuality is treated in Barbados. The character Gene is kind of persecuted and outcast by his society simply because he's gay. And the people that kind of persecute him the most are really portrayed as pretty evil people, like Errol, the father. He beats him, and he's just shown as a very angry and evil man. And the girls, because of that, are pushed away from him. They don't like him. So it tries to tell us that judging people doesn't lead us anywhere good, so we might as well be good to each other. Overall, I really enjoyed the book. It really grabs your attention from the beginning, uh, and has some not really cliffhangers, but you're always interested in what's going to happen next. I didn't expect it to unfold how it did. I fully expected the girls to be going back home to their mother, and maybe one of them wanting to stay in Barbados, probably Phaedra and Dion quickly leaving. But I didn't expect their mother to die, and I really liked the book. I think it's great for people of all ages. Thank you.